Alright, in this video we'll look at the two types of chromatograph again. Remember we looked at first the paper chromatography, which is, if I'm to demonstrate, we looked at paper chromatography, and also just thin layer chromatography. So this is where we started. We looked at this introduction. What is this? Liquid chromatography. We said the mobile phase will be liquid, just like gas chromatography. And also we talked about this one now called paper chromatography. Then we went on to talk about thin layer chromatography. Now we are talking about high performance thin layer chromatography. So we are from thin layer just, okay? We looked at also to say those plates, like there will be plates. So those plates that will be there, the plates that will be there, they can be a glass or just a plastic. Sometimes they are aluminum metal, and it will be coated there down there where we put it, down there. I mean the thin layer that we are putting there. Alright, so there is something that we'll be putting there, and that is what we call like the absorbance, stuff like that. So that's what we'll be putting there, okay, there. So it's what we call adsorbent. So it's a material that enables molecules to dissolve into it. Like it will be some kind of affinity, okay? It's an affinity based of separation where non-volatile are separated. So those compounds that cannot evaporate, if they evaporate, then they are not separated. So we also said that the use of this one is one, to identify compound, qualitative, and also check the purity, as well as discovering or studying of biomolecules such as proteins or carbohydrates. Now today we are advancing from thin layer chromatography. Now we are going into high performance thin layer chromatography. What is this about? So it's different from just thin layer chromatography in that this one, it uses smaller particles and it's more compact. Like the layers are more compact, like the plates, okay, number of plates can be automated. What we mean is it can be computerized, like as a system. It can be, let's say, getting made, I mean, like the samples from a plate. Like a plate is given, then is getting the sample, is picking the samples. The sample it can be getting at random like that by the just system designed for it. That's what we mean when say. So it's a bit of advanced that rather than the thin layer chromatography where I said it uses a plate or aluminium where it is coated with adsorbent such that it's there also to be, which is also cheap. The advantages are somehow similar. This is also somehow expensive than that. Here we can use the computer. This is the thin layer chromatography. Okay, so this is the thin layer chromatography. Then this is the high performance thin layer chromatography. So the result is that the difference is that here it gives better separation and also high precision. Beside that, it can also be like I think I've explained this. The other one is not automated, then this one is automated. So this is the difference you can get from the two. Very important. So let's talk about now column chromatography. So about column chromatography, here we use the column, of which this is the introduction of, you know, the heart of chromatography is the column. Everything happen in the column, okay? Then different detectors will be used from there. So use of a column, this is what we call column chromatography of metal. You see, we are using some papers such as aluminium, you know, plates, glass, but now we are using the column as the type of separating technique. All right, so yes, so the column that can be in the form of cylindrical or a tube like that, like it can be made of metal, a glass, or just a special polymer to perform chromatography separation. Inside it there will be separation that will be happening there. Okay. So that's what will be happening. So let me just show you something. Okay, so the chromatography that I'm talking about is, it will look like this. So these are what we call uh, like a vertical column. They can be vertical or horizontal like that, these columns. So doesn't matter, but they are all columns. Okay, so inside them, that's where now we'll find the phases, that such as the mobile, the stationary phase, being sticked to these classes that you're able to see. So this is actually the foundation of high performance liquid chromatography, of which we are to talk about in the next chapter. Thank you very much. This is about like you just said to say, it's made up of metal, glass, or special, and this is where separation happen within it, inside it, and that actually marks the end. um, Thank you very much. Like, watch out for part 2.